But in all honesty, we made the batch yesterday, so but I have a little
there you go.
leftover.
You anticipated a
Yep.
Zoom
We
meeting.
good? We good, Anthony? Good to go?
We're almost on. It says
Oh.
directions to YouTube, and now
Because there's a thing on top says it's being recorded and live streamed.
there's just a delay, so I just have to get that off of my screen. Otherwise, you'll hear
Oh.
it back. Okay, we are good. We're good now.
Okay, I will call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Canos,
Here.
Mr. Ribeiro,
Here.
Mr. Ruse,
Here.
Mr. Zwan,
Here.
Mr. Trainer,
Here.
Ms. Zamara,
Here.
Mr. Zazzarino.
Here.
Notice of this meeting was provided to the Bernardsville News and Courier News, filed with the municipal clerk, and posted on the municipal bulletin board on December 4th, 2025. Wait a minute, I've got the flag. I got a flag, so we can do the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States
of
of
America
America and
and
to the republic
for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty,
and
justice
justice for all. Okay.
Play ball.
And now we're getting bright again. Welcome to the January 26, 2026 meeting of the Bernardsville Borough Council. Members of the public will be allowed to speak during the open sessions and during formal public hearings on the agenda. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker, which will be monitored and enforced by the borough clerk. Failure of the governing body to provide a live broadcast of this meeting or technological problems encountered during the course of the meeting that affect remote viewing and/or participation will not invalidate this meeting or any action taken, including but not limited to the adoption of any ordinance, resolution, or motion. We do not have any presentations. We are going to be doing our police. Was it sergeant? No.
Yeah, the sergeant promotion.
That's right. But considering the weather, we will put that off till February. We do have minutes to approve from December 15th, 18th, and the 22nd. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
We have an open session for anything not listed for a public hearing. Anybody? I can assume that's Charlie Zavalik there. And there's no other public, so I will close the public hearing. We do not have any ordinances for public hearings, but we do have ordinances to introduce. So I'll follow my screen. I'll start with Charlie. If you would move the introduction of that ordinance.
Mayor, move to introduce ordinance. I move that ordinance 2026 concerning sewer connection fees and sewer user rates and allocation and amending chapter 16 of the Borough Code entitled Sewer Regulations be introduced by title, passed in first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be scheduled for a meeting beginning 7 p.m. Monday, February 23rd.
Second.
Any discussion? I think we talked about this last week. So all in favor?
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Which way am I going? Ross, would you introduce the next one?
I move that ordinance 2026-2037, an ordinance removing kennel fees from the Borough Code so they can be set by resolution and amending Chapter 5 of the Borough Code entitled Animal Control be introduced by title, passed on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be scheduled for a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. on Monday, February 23rd, 2026.
Second.
Thank you.
All right. All in favor?
Aye. Aye. Aye.
And any opposed? No.
There's one little typo in that one, but
Oh, okay.
it's in the paragraph right after the whereas. There's an at sign and it's supposed to be end quote, but everything else looks.
I'll fix that. Thanks.
Okay.
Which one am I going? Al?
I move that ordinance 2026-2038 concerning council meeting procedures and supplementing and amending Chapter 2 of the Borough Code entitled Administration be introduced by title, passed on first reading, published according to law, and a public hearing be scheduled for a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. Monday, February 23rd, 2026.
Second.
Okay. Thank you, Jack, for shortening my intro. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Where am I going next? Rich?
I move that ordinance 2026-2039, calendar year 2026, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank pursuant to NJSA 40A-40-45.14, be introduced by title, passed on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be scheduled for a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. Monday, February 23rd, 2026.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Jeff?
I'm actually unready to read this. If you could go to somebody else first.
Okay.
I gotta try to-
Christine?
This one is the 2026-2040, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is one of the downtown ones.
Because in the package, it's missing the top part.
Oh, yeah, that's the way Jessica prepared them. I circulated one that was formatted earlier today.
One is a little weird, but okay, so
Yeah, all of those that Jessica prepared were just the body of the ordinance.
yeah, they were late. Okay, so I move that ordinance 2026-2040, downtown zones affordable housing, be introduced by title, pass on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be scheduled for a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. Monday, February 23rd, 2026.
I second.
Okay, and I hope everybody read the changes that were made. Thank you, Rich and Charlie, for working with Jack and Jessica to kind of update those.
Thank you to Jack and Jessica for the quick turnaround.
And I'm ready for the next one if you want me to read that.
Okay. Do we get a motion in a second? Didn't get a second.
We
Second.
We did.
I thought
Okay.
Jeff seconded. We didn't vote though.
We didn't
All in
vote.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right,
But
take
if
it
we
away.
want one or any of these, we wait for next month, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just email my change.
Yeah, we have a public hearing next month, not till the February 20 something.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
All right, I move that ordinance 2026-2041, 65 Claremont Affordable Housing Zone, AHO-8 be introduced by title, passed on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be scheduled for a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. Monday, February 23rd, 2026. Do I have a second?
Second.
Before you vote, I suggest that we combine these next three and we adopt them by title only. I'm working on formatting them. So the title will be an ordinance adopting zoning regulations necessary to implement the borough's fourth round settlement agreement with Fair Share Housing Center and supplementing and amending various sections of the Borough Land Development Code. And that way we'll have all three just in one ordinance. Make it easier to.
That's smart.
Yes.
Can I just say I moved?
Yes.
So that'll be the next, the 65 Claris and Bernards Ave, right?
That's correct. That takes care of all three of them.
And will they all be 2041 then?
Yes.
Okay, and then we'll simplify public hearings, so we're not opening, closing comments back. and forth.
Exactly. And it make Anthony serving notices easier as well.
That's true. Okay,
I'll
so
second.
we introduced, we got a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to resolutions. Let's see. So the transfer didn't go through? the liquor transfer? I see you have that
That's
table.
right. Yeah, they're going to table that to February, so we'll not adopt that one.
Okay. There was one on here. Oh, the pool management was actually less than we thought it was. Right? What was it? 235 instead of 240?
Yeah, I said 240, but in their bid, they had said 235. So we're gonna go with the 235.
Great.
All right. What are the bids we're soliciting on 43?
That is, I mean, it's really just the authorization for Rippled Waters to do that survey and
Ah.
start the process. The actual public hearing and approval to apply will be on February 23rd after the survey time is finished.
Got it.
But this is just to, officially get the ball rolling, even though it kind of already started.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're back to Charlie.
Just one, 46.
46.
Did we talk about that one at the work session?
We
Police
didn't.
vehicle?
Tim,
Oh, good point.
Tim Richard asked that we put that on. You already approved this in a capital ordinance last year. This
That's
is
what I was
from
going to
last
ask. I thought we did, but I just wasn't sure. Okay. Yeah.
Since we just lost a vehicle, right?
Yeah,
Did we? Yeah.
yeah, I think it was total.
What happened?
He got T-boned.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the one on Anderson Hill, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody went through the stop sign.
And
Oh,
it was the
man.
new,
Everybody
it was the
okay?
new car.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's okay.
Fortunately,
Good.
nobody got hurt.
Yeah, thankfully. So we do these one by one, right, Mary?
No, just 26, 27 through 26, 46.
That's what I thought. Okay. So I
Except
moved
for,
to
except for 30.
Except for 30, yeah.
Except for 30.
Right.
Where's
accept
30?
the 30.
Oh,
That's
right,
the liquor
because-
license.
I'll say
Yeah, the liquor
sorry.
license.
Yeah.
I moved to pass resolutions 26, 27 through 26, 46 with the exclusion of resolution 26, 30.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Can
Mr.
I
Rivera,
ask a question about 35?
I'm sorry.
35. Oh. Sure.
Okay,
Ask
the last time we saw it, it had a different amount, so the amount that's in there is 120K, and that's the right one, right?
Yeah, because what had happened is when we did this the first time, we hired them in September. So it was for 40,000 for September through December of that year. And it was just in the resolution, so it got repeated, but that was only for,
Yeah.
the third
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah, no, that was the right amount. Okay. Good catch, Chuck.
Okay, roll call.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Ribeiro,
Yes.
Mr. Ruse,
Yes.
Mr. Zram,
Yes.
Mr. Trainer,
Yes.
Ms. Zamara,
Yes.
Mr. Zazarino.
Yes.
All right, mayor's update. December 17th, I did my 28th wedding. And I also, there was a magical concert at the library. They do this every year. You've probably done it, Ross, right? It's a
Shout out to
wonderful
the
event.
Magical.
If
Very
you
nice.
have a chance next year, they do they're so good. Anyway, we had the Borough Holiday Party on the 19th. Thank you, Nancy, for putting that together. And I think so. I know Al was there. Rich was there. Is that it? Yeah, but it was really nice. I think much appreciated. And right after that, Nancy and I met with who is now our new assemblyman, Andrew McCurdy. Very amenable to answering requests, so we'll see how far that goes. But I know Nancy gave him a list. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Hey, good.
And that same day, we also had the Cub Scouts tour Borough Hall. So I gave them an overview of how our local government works. And then we went down to the police department and they got to do their fingerprints. It was very fun. The thing they liked best was sitting on the dais. That was their favorite thing. Yeah. Nancy, Charlie, and I had a demonstration for GoGov on January 7th. So that was one of, I think, 2 or 3 that we're going to look at for that communication with our residents back and forth. On the 10th, we had to clean up the wreaths that we put out for Wreaths Across America. So we got that done. I attended the Somerset County Stigma Free Committee, which I'm a member of. We had, oh, this was so cool. Nancy and I did a demo with Jessica Paolino, who is, I forget her title, but she is kind of the redevelopment person for the county. And I think I mentioned before, they have this new program, this city events or city data that is like Placer AI, but they only do government entities. And what they did, I don't have it. I was going to share it if we were in person, but we asked her to just, for an example, get the information on the holiday parade. And what it does is it can look up how many people were actually at the parade, you know, with that certain time frame, where they came from, where they went after, even, you know, ethnicity, age groups. It's amazing the amount of data that they can glean. So we got kind of a login so that we can do some of that ourselves, but it's very cool. And I think it'll be really helpful for our merchants. Even the store owners can do their own store to know if they're having a special sale, how many people came, where they came from. It's just very cool.
Does it say where they parked or if they walked?
No, I don't think it said that.
So Mayor, that's what I was going to ask. We can share that data with businesses. I think that'd be a great asset.
Yes.
For them. That's great news.
Absolutely.
Help with their
So
marketing.
it's still, you know, they're still kind of working it out and learning about it, but the county purchased it because it's I'm sure very expensive for each town to try and buy it, but they're allowing us to have access. So what we need to do is submit the things that we want tracked. So things like the farmers market, you know, Kiwanis Park, the polo ground. I think they have the polo grounds there already, but you know, each business we can put in. So once it's in the system, then we can track it. So it's really.
And is it by event or is it by location, or kind of doesn't matter?
You can do it, I think, just by location. Like if you say, you know, Saturday, December, whatever, how many people came to my store?
Yeah, cool.
You know, yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we were very impressed with that. On the 15th, I did weddings 29 and 30 back to back.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a conference of mayors board meeting. And then Friday, we had a meet the mayors. It was the Somerset County Business Partnership is creating a smaller group just for the Somerset Hills. So they want to do more events on this end of the county, which I think is great because it's kind of hard to get to some of the places. So it was Bernards Township Mayor, the Peapack Gladstone Mayor, Watchung Mayor, and myself. And it was an opportunity to just say all the great things about Bernardsville. So it was a really nice event. And then Saturday, I went to Frank Ferrante's wake. If anybody knows, this is Chuck Ferrante, who was the fire chief last year. It was his dad. And yeah, so the place was packed, and they had the fire trucks, and then they did kind of a parade of fire trucks past his house, and then back to the firehouse where they had a little repast. So yeah, and I think that's everything for me.
I also believe he himself was chief as well.
Yeah, he joined the fire company in 1967.
Wow.
Frank, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Ferrantes are a big family in Bernardsville. I mean, a lot of history with the Ferrantes. They've contributed a lot to the town. Nancy, you have a report.
I do. I have a short report. The big event, of course, is the snowstorm over the
What
weekend.
snowstorm?
So I want to thank the residents because they're very cooperative in staying off the road and not parking on the street for the most part. I want to thank the DPW. They started working at 5 a.m. on Sunday, and they went home 3:30 this afternoon. So they were there for a really long time. And they'll be back tomorrow morning. They will continue cleaning up little bits here and there, like just making our lots cleaner and sidewalks, making sure all the sidewalks are clear. So I did want to ask though, because Kevin asked me to ask you, on Route 202, it's a state highway, so the state plows, and they plow everything to the sides that goes up towards the sidewalks. And so there are basically anywhere between 2 and 6 feet wide, 2 to 3 feet high, banks of snow. And in the past, it's our understanding, because this is the biggest storm, since I've been here. It's our understanding that DPW comes in at night and removes all of that. And so Kevin estimated it would take 2 to 3 nights of all the guys, and it would be overtime. And I don't have the exact amount. I wasn't able to get that today, but it's an expensive undertaking. So before I gave the go ahead, I just wanted to see what you all thought.
Where do they put it?
I
Nancy?
don't know.
Oh, I thought you didn't hear me. Oh,
No,
I don't know
I'm
what
thinking,
they
I
do
don't
with
know
it.
where they put it.
They
Is it
used
all
to put
202? Like
Okay.
from,
No, it's
across.
pretty much downtown. So from train station area, both sides, I guess.
Or there's a sidewalk, I would assume.
Yeah, probably around the corner, Alcott Square. So he estimates 2 to 3 nights, hopefully 2, but it's an expensive undertaking.
And this
But,
has this would be in the driveways, in the driveway openings, blocking the driveway openings, or you're saying?
no,
the sidewalks?
I'm sorry.
mostly they impede on the sidewalks.
Oh, sidewalk. I'm sorry. Okay.
Christine, you had a question? No, you're okay. I thought you said you knew where they went with it. No.
They used to put it across from Borough Hall in the empty lot where the high
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's not happening. So I'm guessing they probably put it in the Kiwanis lot because people aren't playing baseball right now.
It's a lot
My
further to
only
go.
thought, I know it is an expensive undertaking, but I'm just thinking about the restaurants, Bernard's Inn as a hotel, access for a lot of those. And if it's that high, I'm sure business owners couldn't do it themselves. So I'm a little bit I don't think it has to be everything, but I just want to think about, is it necessary to do from, the library area straight to the train station, and that's just on the 202 corridor. I also don't know how bad it is right now, how
Right.
much it got
Right.
sprayed in from the trucks.
Everything
don't know.
looked kind of walkable down by the shopping
You down
center
there today?
where I work. Yeah, I know. I went to work, and yeah, we had a little bit of a bank there in the morning, just kind of dry. That was what I noticed mostly was at the driveway openings, but it had been I'd kind of gone out to lunch, and then when I left, I kind of thought things were looking dug out down there, so I kind of I agree with Al.
Well, I think with the stretch from the light down,
Should I go out?
isn't that do they put it in the parking spots? I mean, or can you not park there now because of these piles?
He didn't say that. I think you can park there. I think they probably cleared the spots, and so they push it up over the curb.
So then it's
I'm only thinking, since it's been a day, have businesses already begun to dig that stuff out just out of
know
necessity,
that-
just because it's already been.
I don't think they would dig that out. I mean, they have
No.
to, they have to shovel their sidewalks,
That's right.
but I don't think it would be, it'd be a lot to, 2 to 6 feet wide, 2 to 3 feet high, he said.
Right.
So I don't
Yeah.
think they would be
So
doing
we're not talking
it.
about the sidewalks, we're talking about the parking spots then.
No,
No,
Right.
we're talking
Okay.
about the area
space-
right along the curb. Right? So off the road, but on the curb in between like the sidewalk
okay.
and the street.
So like the right of way, kind of, what would normally be.
Green strip.
Yeah.
yeah, which then is blocking visibility as well.
Right. That's true.
Like if somebody's
I
trying
mean-
to
Again,
cross.
Nancy, we've typically done this, right? In years past.
So this is the first really big snowstorm since I've been here and since Kevin's been here. But he talked to some of the guys who have been here longer, and he said they typically do it. They used to use contractors as well, which is another expense. So no matter who does it, it's a cost.
Would we be using DPW personnel for this instead of subcontractors?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's
Paper.
worth doing just because it's
Yeah.
the downtown. But yeah, I would agree just where there's a sidewalk and it could, and then people are going to try and cut through and knock it over and it'll, it just.
I mean,
think
I
it's-
could tell him to use his judgment.
Yeah,
thing
that's what I would
is-
do.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
it's not-
prioritize
have to be
openings,
perfect.
the driveways on the sidewalk next to it so people, visibility.
The crosswalks.
Yeah, and around the
Especially by the
crosswalks, all the
crosswalks,
openings,
yeah.
Yeah.
would be a good idea.
I
Yeah.
think they're required to clean those crosswalks.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Certainly
Like
think we
They
should prioritize
probably
safety.
did those. I'm thinking they did those already,
I'm
but
sure.
no,
I
they didn't.
went through one today.
Oh, no,
At
okay.
least one.
Were they clear, Christine?
I mean, it was kind of early this afternoon, so maybe by now
No.
they did.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice the crosswalks, just that the sidewalks looked okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would recommend that they get it done just because it's, and it's supposed to snow again like next weekend and then it just gets piled on top of piles and you never get ahead of it.
And
Yeah,
it's not going to melt anytime soon.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I also just checked for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
agree
maybe
with
with a
there.
plan.
I think this is an investment in keeping our businesses, which already have challenges with the construction and the parking lot at the train
You're right.
station. Let's keep access open to downtown and let's make things safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed. Did you have
Okay.
anything else, Nancy?
I just want to say that we did have some mechanical issues. We have kind of an aging fleet, some plows broke, some parts broke, but they managed to get through. They are going to continue. You probably, if you drove by, you know that the train station lot still needs some work. But I also talked to New Jersey American Water today, and they're going to help out. So to actually pick up and remove the snow, there's a lot of snow, particularly in those spots on 202.
Yeah.
Right. And so they are going to help out and remove that. I don't know where they're going to remove it to, but they are going to remove that in conjunction with the DPW. So if people could just, be patient, they're going to keep cleaning up as the week goes on. And so about the train station and New Jersey American Water, that project is progressing. They hope that, this weather will not delay it much more than a day or two. I noticed, Mayor brought to my attention, there were some people complaining about work that was being done around West and Center by New Jersey American Water, and people said they didn't get notice. But they did get notice back in October. So this is not a new project. This is the same project that is just taking a long time. So what they're doing now is connecting people's laterals, and there are still some of those lead galvanized pipes that are being replaced that, there was a notice about, I think, going back to last summer. So also the contractor knocks on people's doors. So there's possible somebody wasn't home and they did knock on the door, but this is still the same work that started around October. And he believes they only have a couple days left of that. A couple streets left, west and Bernards and center and Bernards. And then Mount Airy, they work on at night from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m., which is all done, except they need to cut and cap the main on Mount Airy. So that'll be one more night, and they will also notify those residents as well. That was
Just
it.
as a follow-up reminder to them. That would be
Okay.
Yeah.
appreciated.
So that I
Nancy,
just
Nancy, could you just pass on our thanks from all of us to DPW personnel for working so hard over the last 24, 36 hours? They did a
I
great
will.
job.
Really.
So,
thank you.
Monthly reports. There are an awful lot of animal control things. It's like the longest report they've ever had. So can somebody make a motion to accept the monthly reports?
so motioned.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Items of business, correspondence. We don't have any, I don't believe.
No.
Unfinished business. I did ask you, just going back to the goals, I sent everybody a little list, and I'm sorry, I meant to not put the SID as an item. It was supposed to just be something to do with downtown, what were we calling it? Economic vitality or something like that. So consider it that, and not in particular a SID, just something to spark the economy downtown.
Absolutely.
That's helpful, Mayor.
Any new business?
Health did not meet today. We were going to have our reorganization around 6:30 at the library, but they did cancel that.
We have another open session. If anyone, I thought I saw, oh, Fran is here. Yeah. How's the library doing with all this crazy stuff? Oh, we can't hear you. Can't hear you.
It's okay.
You're unmuted, but we
Yeah.
can't, for some reason,
Yeah.
we can't hear you. I don't know why.
You need to put your volume up.
You might have to log out and log back in.
Yeah, I'm still can't.
Nothing.
No.
Do you have a different mic plugged in? If you go to the bottom right of your, not even Zoom, but of your computer, do you have like a AirPods plugged in or something somewhere?
Mayor, the animal report.
I think we got-
hold on.
I think
Wait,
we got you.
Hello,
there we
hello,
go.
hello.
Wait,
Sorry,
go
Crystal.
ahead.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm in the docking station. I had to yank it out and now it's working. Sorry. No, I have the same news as last week that we are excited to have mini golf in the end of the month on the 21st. And we have a great book talk with a Purple Heart tie-in on February 5th, and hope that you or your friends or your neighbors can make it. We sent over, Nancy, our actuals from the year that you requested, so we're eager to talk about budget for 2026. And if you have the room in your agenda, we'd love to present what the library did in 2025 at one of your meetings.
Yeah, I think we talked about maybe February.
Yeah, I asked for that, but let me know when you know. I know it's always away yet.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. And I know that you guys were closed yesterday and today.
Yeah,
But I love what you put on Facebook about, all our resources are still available, even though we're closed. That was a great post.
Yeah, it's always a big time for ebooks.
Yeah, that's true. All right, thank you. I think you're the only visitor, so I will close the public session. Do we have a executive?
I have none.
Nothing. All right.
No.
Mayor, the animal report was annual. That's why there was so many.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that.
There's
Good.
only 3 for December. So, there's
So that was
animal
the end of the year. I was going to say, boy, there was a lot of bats, raccoons, and cats.
Full season.
Yeah. Jeez.
Supposed to be hibernating.
Yeah. I liked when they used to do a report where they described the whole incident. Now we just get which was fun to read. Now you just get the animal and the person. So they're not as much fun. All right. I think that's it then. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Well, enjoy the evening.